That's what the cable looks like. We got 1/8 inch. You want to make sure it has the 19 strands in there. Some of the cable has coating on it, but if you get the stainless steel, you shouldn't need a coating. And this is what a swage leg looks like. The cable will come in this side here, and then you screw it into the post. As you can see in the illustration here. This one here shows what it looks like after it's crimped. This picture too. Although we are using two systems, this is one of them. There's two versions of this screw. There's a right-handed thread and a left-handed thread. And the right-handed threads will go on the right side, the left-handed threads go on the left-handed side, and you just turn it that way, and that prevents twisting. This is probably the cheapest and most common system that people use, and this is probably the next system upgraded from that. And this system will allow you to hide, well, you won't hide it, but you won't see this end sticking out of the post like you do on the system. This system, you can hide that. That's the only difference, basically. These go in all the holes that you drill straight through the inner posts. Same thing here. This is one system that we're doing. You can see how it basically screws right into the post, and you have that little knob sticking out there. But you like you see here, you can barely see it, and it's not a big deal. And you only see that on the end posts. And here is the second system that we are doing, and you can see how all of that hardware is concealed inside the post. Whereas the other one, you have that little knob sticking out. I would say this system here is a little bit stronger of a system because the threads are bigger. So I would say that it's more capable of holding higher tensions. The client wanted to use both systems. Here's another picture of that system, where you can see you slide that on over the cable, and then you swage lock, or you swage crimp that little fitting on the end so it can't come out. You can see how that is in there. That gets concealed. You put this little washer on with the adhesive on the other end, and then you screw it in with this tool. Gives you a totally concealed look. It's definitely pretty strong. Okay, once you have your 10 cables cut to the proper length, which will be from this end post to this end post, you will crimp a swage fitting on them, which will allow you to screw right in to the ends. In these inner posts here, the cables will just go straight through holes. They're just simply holes in the inner post. There's no connections or screws to mess with. So here's the first end post, and we'll go into detail, but this is where you will crimp the fitting on and screw them in. There it is. Let's see that. Protector ring on. In the corner here. This corner we decided to use 2 posts instead of just 1. Give it some strength, and it did. And gave it a unique look also with this 45°. And the cable simply passes straight through. And just, well, you can see, stitched it in there. Coming along here, you can see how we had to jog. Let's get the window, so the window can completely open. We had to jog this in to allow the window to open. Kind of the primary reason we started this project. These, so I figured some odd angles here, but it all worked out. This in, it turned out pretty good. And this is a different system over here. These have washers on it. And this is the other side, which is basically the same system, but this system is quite a bit more expensive. But the reason why it's expensive is because it allows you to hide those swage fittings inside the wood. And I'll show you that system now. You can see how I got the first 2 in, and I got the other one started.
Okay, I got this marked right here at 2 inches. We're going to drill in here for the post. I'll show you what we're this side and lefty on that side. Okay, say hi. Okay, here we go. Okay, the rail's done. We put the new decking on here, and we put the new posts and rails in. And I see they left food for me. And see how we stitched this in? I'm not sure if you can see that. Am I recording? Yes, I am recording. And see how the window goes in like that, so the window can open. And there's a seam here. Not too bad. And then see how this. Let me see. Let's look over here. We can retighten these there. You're not gonna fall out of here, are you? You're not gonna fall out. You feel safe up here? You should. Let's look at this one. See? And then this system. Okay, bye.